What? Bro, I'm not joining your stream. I'm not. Boy, you ain't got nothing to give away.
Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yep.
For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Caught near the sideline, it's Jackson. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today. And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Leaves it with the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Right on target this time. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Takes a handoff. It's Durham. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking to throw on second down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
They'll run it on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. To the edge, it's Durham. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. It's 4th and goal, and they'll go for the touchdown and keep the kicker on ice. Bounces out, looking for that line. It's Durham. He's stopped. 4th and goal, and he lost a yard back to the 2.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. Now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
The give out of the gun. Couldn't find.
Come on, man. Stop playing with me, bro. Yeah.
Get him for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable 3rd down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand.
Unleashes one deep. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Finds the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
LSU 9, Ohio State 0.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. This offense has a second down play. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Ready to try the point after.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Takes it inside his own 20. Chance for great field position here. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for...
He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Using his legs, it's Durham. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, the running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, LSU!
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
The option look. Now the pitch. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. They're trying to get to it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll put the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal coming up. Motion from the offense. Handoff to the lone back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Flip. Travel.
He'll take it himself. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. To the air, it's Sayin. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. Like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here comes the 2-point try.
Get set.
Looking to throw. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
13.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll throw it on first down. He's going for the big play. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
Takes a hit as he fires. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll leave it with the lone back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They start this third quarter, one possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Feeling some heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars. with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin.
Hey, I'm about to pause real quick. I got to run somewhere real quick. I won't be long.
Penn State is currently trailing in this one, but there are more people in Beaver Stadium today than most American cities. The crowd alone can help turn this game. They're trailing by just 4
You said
to
what?
Buffalo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Now you good. Let me run real quick. I'll be right back. It ain't going to take long. Come on.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Sayin. It's complete to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's... This defense gets the ball back for its own.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. They'll leave it with him. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Firing to the end zone. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what...
Pass on the way. It's picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in.
It's complete. A huge pickup. Touchdown, LSU. And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 37, Ohio State 13.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Sayin. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down.
And on that out route third down, guys, you just want to see a little bit better execution. You want to see more depth on the route. You want to see a little bit more of an accurate throw so he doesn't have to come back and fight for it, so that we can pick up the first down a lot easier. A little bit better by the quarterback and receiver, and as a result, they do get the catch, but it sets up 4th and short.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Gets it out fast. Oh, he left him grabbing. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They'll go to the ground. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll try to tack on 2. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He had nowhere to go, no place to hide, and they'll knock him down for a loss of 9. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Still on his feet at the 45. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Trying play action. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like...
Afterburners coming. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Throws to the wideout. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed.
What a snag by the defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Got it in the middle. It's Tate. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's going to pass. He wants a big play here late. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Dropping back, it's Sayin. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. LSU right back to the line. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. That's caught. It's Anderson. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way.
Throws toward the end zone. Makes the catch. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Around the corner, it's Durham. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. Oh, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has been just boomed in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation.
right here. He on his tablet. I don't know what he doing. I mean, yeah, his iPad.